everyone, and welcome to our podcast, TBI, Think Beyond Ideas. And my name is Reza Disaputra, and I'll be your moderator for today's episode. That's so interesting, right? And yeah, in this podcast, we are going to discuss something very interesting and closely related to the world of literature, especially writing and editing. Many people enjoy reading novels, but not everyone knows what actually happens behind the page of a book. That's why today I have invited two special guests, yeah, who come from different but connected professions. First, we have Tila, a novelist who actively writes fictional stories and explores emotion through her writing. Second, we have Acha, a well-known professional editor who has worked with many writers and manuscripts. Welcome to the podcast, Tila and Acha. How are you today?
Thank you, Reza. I'm doing great and I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you so much, Reza. I'm doing well and I'm excited to join this discussion.
Okay, all right. Let's start with Tila. As a novelist, can you tell us how your journey as a writer began?
Of course, my journey started when I realized that writing was the best way for me
Yeah.
to express my thoughts and emotion. At first, I only wrote short stories for myself. Over time, I become more interested in developing, exploring their story,
Yeah.
especially novels,
Yeah.
because they have a deeper character development.
Yeah, that's so inspiring.
Yeah.
What usually inspires you when you write a novel?
My inspirations comes from many things, such as personal experience, people around me, music, and sometimes even random conversation. I believe inspiration can come from simple things if we pay attention.
Yeah. Um, Writing a novel takes a long time and commitment.
Yeah.
So, may I know what challenges do you often face during the writing process?
One of the biggest challenge is writer's block. Sometimes I know the story in my head,
Yeah.
but I didn't know how to put into words.
Yeah.
Yeah, and another challenge is maintaining discipline and motivation, especially when I feel tired or doubtful about my work.
Yeah, that's so hard.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dila. Now,
Thank you.
let's move to Acha. As a professional editor,
Yeah, thank
many
you.
people think editing is only about fixing grammar. Is that true?
Not entirely. Grammar is important, but editing is much more than that. An editor also focuses on structure, clarity, and consistency. Our job is to help the writer communicate their ideas clearly and effectively.
In your experience, what are common mistakes that writers usually make?
Some common mistakes include unclear sentence structure, repetitive ideas, and lack of consistency in character or plot.
Yeah.
Sometimes writers are too emotionally attached to their work, which make it hard for them to see mistakes objectively.
Yeah. Why do you think editing is essential in the publishing process?
Editing helps transform a good manuscript into polished and professional work. It ensures that readers can enjoy story without being distracted by error and confusion.
Yeah. This brings us to an interesting topic, the relationship between a writer and editor.
Yeah.
And Tila, how do you usually feel when your novel is edited?
Honestly, at first, it can feel uncomfortable
Yeah.
because writing is personal. However, I've learned that feedback is not meant to hurt the writer, but to improve the work.
Yeah.
Over time, I become more open to suggestion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Acha, how do you approach editing someone's work without discouraging them?
Communication is key.
Yeah.
I always respect the writer's voice and intention.
Mm.
Editing should feel like a collaboration, not criticism.
Yeah.
I try to give constructive feedback and explain the reason behind my suggestion.
I agree. A good editor helps the writer grow,
Yeah.
not just fix mistakes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, since this podcast is also for students, I would like to ask both of you for advice. What advice would you give to students who want to improve their writing and speaking skills?
My advice is to practice consistently
Yeah.
and not be afraid of making mistakes.
Mhm.
Writing and speaking are skills that improve with time and effort.
Yeah.
Confidence comes from practice.
Yeah.
I will add that students should read more and be open to feedback. Reading helps expand vocabulary and feedback helps you see your weakness and strengths.
Yeah. And I will add too,
Mm,
if you want to do something, just do it. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
That's very helpful. Thank you. Before we end this podcast, do you have any final thoughts you would like to share?
I just want to say that writing is a journey. Enjoy the process and don't rush yourself.
Yeah.
And remember that editing is part of learning. Every revision brings you closer to improvement.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Acha and
Thank
Kila,
you.
for sharing your experience and valuable insights. Today we learned that behind every great novel, there is a strong collaboration between a writer and an editor. Thank you to everyone who has listened.
Thank you.
And yeah, see you in the next episode. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you.